Thank you for the follows. We're just hanging out here at the beach, La Jolla, California. It's a little chilly, but I am wearing shorts. Obviously, it does not stop the surfers. So north of us is the Scripps Pier, and this is La Jolla Shores. Oh, cool. Thank you for the gifts. Thank you, thank you. Yay, Kelman. I watched the premiere this morning, Kelman. Good job. At the beginning of the video, I was wondering if the staff was juggling silverware. It was so loud, but they were busy setting up the buffet, so that was cool. So dogs are allowed on the beach until I believe it's 9 a.m. They must be on a leash, but sometimes people don't follow that. Anybody that has a dog knows if the law is to keep your dog on a leash and you do not have your dog on a leash and something happens, it could be a big issue. So I figured I would just come out here and go live, have you guys join me. Yesterday I was inland. I live east of San Diego, and those communities are La Mesa, Lakeside, El Cajon, Santee, Rancho San Diego, and it was 90 degrees over there. And against my better judgment, we went to a Renaissance fair in the middle of the day. Yay, corn! I love corn. Thank you, Allison. Thank you, you guys. Thank you, thank you. So we got to the Renaissance Festival around 12. It was the second annual, and it was hosted by the Kiwanis Club. Honestly, I would just sum it up, it was a disaster. The food area they had set up, it was pretty cool, but you had to wait in the sun for your food. And the picnic tables they had set up to eat at were in the direct sun, even though there's huge established oak trees in the same area. We basically just ate and went home. But that's why I decided to come to the beach today. Good morning, good morning. Make sure you guys subscribe or follow, share the live, send the likes. Let's try to set a new record. Okay, here comes a lady with her dog in the stroller. Cute. You know, dogs get older, they start hurting, they need assistance. Anyways, I thought I'd come out here and show you guys the beach. Maybe the cool water views will help you cool off. Good morning, everybody. Oh, very cool, midlifing. That's fun. Hopefully it was a much more memorable Ren Fair than the one we had. So this one was second annual, and I mean, props, they're trying, right? So they combined two different ones. There was supposed to be one earlier in the year in March, and that organization combined with the organization that was presenting this one yesterday. So, you know, A for effort, but East County, San Diego, again, that's Lakeside, El Cajon, Santee, La Mesa. You don't really plan outdoor activities in the summer. It's too hot, or unpredictable, I should say, because it does stay hot until like October, the end of October, meaning like 80 degrees, and it's dry, but it's still hot. So anyways, it's second annual, and all right, so we've got a little pup over here begging his owner for treats, but what a treat for the dogs to come out to the beach. You can see, I don't know if you can see the surfers when the waves go out, or when the waves break, then you can see behind the waves the surfers over there, this guy wandering. Yeah, so after yesterday I needed something cool, so I thought I'll come hang out here. I took some video before I went live, so I have that to edit when I get home. I'm on all the platforms trying to grow my YT. Anybody knows you got to be careful on this app. So yeah, everybody's out here catching a wave, wearing wetsuits, because the water's probably 60. I did check the tide table, and supposedly it's going into low tide, and the peak low tide time is 11:26, I think it said. So hopefully we don't have the water coming up on us. And when I go to the beach, so when my kids were younger, I would load everything up and take them to the beach. So I had a Wonder Wheeler, and it was a one-woman show. On the Wonder Wheeler, and if you don't know what it is, you have to Google that if you are a beach goer. It's basically like a shopping cart on steroids, and I would have the cooler filled with drinks and food for the day, a small cooler like the half-size Pullman, and then it has big wheels for the beach. It has a giant net bag. So on that Wonder Wheeler, I would have a cooler. I think we had 2 or 3 body boards. We had towels, a sheet, sunscreen, chairs. We had everything. So what I do when I go to the beach, and I'll show you here, I lay out a towel. This one I leave, not a towel, a sheet. This one I have it folded because I'm just protecting my backpack from the sand. But I lay the sheet out completely. It's just a regular flat bed sheet. And then in each corner put a pile of sand so it stays down. And then however many kids I was bringing with me to the beach, they would each have their spot on the sheet. So then on the sheet, you lay out your towel, which I would help them lay out their towel. And then they would be able to get onto their towel with their feet off of the sheet. So then when you're ready to leave, so let's say you go swimming, your towel's soaking wet, the water soaks through the towel, through the sheet to the sand. Then when you leave, the towels aren't like completely saturated with sand, because that will never come out. You have the towel on top of the sheet. So then, and get the biggest sheet you can. You can even get it at the thrift store, king size sheet. Then you just fold up the towels and then pull up the sheet from the center so the sand isn't flying everywhere. And then shake out the sheet from the center, and then the sand just falls right back down onto the ground. So whatever part of the sheet was wet, then the sand might stick on there, but you just shake it out with it like closed. And then, I mean, not with it closed, but like a, sorry, we got something going on here in the water. Always telling them to come in. Yeah, so then the sand isn't flying into everybody's face, and the sand isn't stuck to the towels. There might be a rip current. Or maybe someone's trying to swim out there. Lifeguards in action. Oh, the surfers, they have something that he said. They need to go south.
Hey guys, three surfers out there. You guys should come and renovate south. The biggest rip current out here.
Oh, rip current. There's a rip current, so he's telling them to go south. So they have the option to go north too, but north is farther, so that's why he's telling them come in and go south. There you go, San Diego lifeguard in action. Oh, I'm at the beach, so I have 4G, it's showing, and I have a green light, so it should be good to go. It might be your connection. I mean, it's La Jolla, so there's definitely plenty of self-service here. Okay, thanks, Sin. So, if you're new, like let's say you do not go to the beach often, or you're visiting an area where you want to go in the ocean, and you're not familiar, definitely just go up to the lifeguard tower, ask them, check the tide tables, check the surf, check the rip current. You know, there's a lot of resources available online. But just make sure to help yourself be safe. Thanks for joining me, guys. Share out the live. Let's get some likes going and check out my YT. All the links are in my bio. We're just hanging out here at the beach. I'm gonna pan a little bit north. This is the west coast. So then you could see the pier. Let me wait for these ladies to pass. I don't want to be a creeper. So you can see the pier there. That's Scripps Pier for Scripps Institute of Oceanography. That is not a public pier. So, yeah, they use that for ocean studies, and I believe UCSD uses it as well for their classes. Okay, let's go back down and watch lifeguard depart. The surfers came in, and they are going to be moving north. Let me show you so you can see. So you can see the girl is carrying a longboard. Those are typically easier to surf on. I do not surf. I barely even swim. And then the guy is carrying a shortboard. They have that thing hanging off the back. That's a leash, and it connects to your ankle. So then that way, when you fall off your board doesn't get lost. And back to the breaking waves of the beautiful Pacific Ocean. Welcome, welcome. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. Share the live. Follow. We've got a lot of people out here enjoying the sun. And as you can see, well, I don't know if you saw that, but somebody's dog walks right across my sheet. We have, let me show you, I think it's seagrass. Oops. See that stuff in the sand? That, I believe, is seagrass. But there's also a lot of kelp. And I'll show you that because I have some right here. So there's little bubbles that grow on the kelp, and when I was a kid we would take the kelp down to the, I call it kelp, I don't even know if it's kelp honestly, but take those little bubbles down to the harder compacted sand and stomp them and pop the bubbles. Yeah, this is a great place for walking. Now, if I pan south, that is where you would see all the seals and sea lions. This beach does not connect over there. You cannot walk over there, like where the tall building is with the palm trees kind of in the right of the screen. You have to drive on the surface streets to get over there. But that area over there, let's see if I can point, that's the cove, La Jolla Cove, and we are sitting at the shores, La Jolla Shores. So I went more to the northern part of the beach, but you can see on the beach here on the sand, there are cones and markers. So typically you're not going to set up your stuff in that area because that's access for the lifeguards. And if they're trying to get to an incident or something and you're set up in that area, you could be run over. I mean, obviously they try their best not to do that, but you want to be safe and just pay attention to where the cones are. Oops, sorry, let me pan back north. So we've got a lot of people walking on the beach today. It's a beautiful day. It's chilly. It's June gloom, which means there's a lot of marine layer, but the marine layer will burn off. So usually whenever I would be going to the beach, I would just pack everything up, dress for cold weather, and then peel off the layers after you're sitting at the beach. So usually you have shorts, but then like today I'm wearing a t-shirt and a flannel shirt. And then the surfers are going to be wearing bodysuits, wetsuits. Bodysuit, not a bodysuit, a wetsuit. Yeah, so we'll stay live for a bit here. I've been live, I don't know, maybe 15, 20 minutes. I don't even know how to check that, honestly. Oh, set up a new goal. All right, you guys are awesome. Let me just start a new goal. And then if you guys share out the live and send likes and stuff, that'd be awesome. I'm working on growing my YT as well. So let me go for the... Oh, I'm going to do a chili pepper because I'm over here avoiding the heat. So I am setting up my live goal. Oh, description. Chilling out. It's making me putting a description. So we're going to say we're chilling out with these chili peppers. All right, confirm. Did it go? Let's see. Pin. Okay. All right, cool. Yay, thank you for the follow, Naomi. We are here at La Jolla Shores. We're just hanging out, going live, trying to get some more content on my channel. I think you guys can also view past lives on this channel, on this platform. I'm on all the platforms, so I'm just trying to grow my presence on them, posting almost every day just to get the exposure. But if you're interested in, right now I'm doing mostly local content, but if you're interested in learning more about San Diego, or if you have a specific area of San Diego that you would like to know more about, go over to my YT, add a comment there, and I can see if I can get that content for you. I have a great video there about an area called Spanish Village Art Center in Balboa Park, which is awesome. honestly, all of Balboa Park is awesome. So, you know, you're going to get more low-key content from me. I'm not going to be the one that is going out to the bars and doing reviews on how many crazy drinks we can drink. Hey, Dara, how's it going? Thank you guys for joining. I'm watching these surfers out here because what better way to spend the day? I didn't walk totally north, which is more where the surfers really are, but you can see them walking in and out, and surfers are all ages, even all fitness levels. I mean, you have to be a certain fitness level to surf, but I saw a group of ladies, I would guess in their 60s, showing up with their boogie boards. Bunch of friends probably just hanging out, catching a wave. Oh no, it is always overcast here in June. So we have May gray, June gloom, and July fry. So what this is this is the marine layer, and I can feel the sun coming up, like burning through the clouds right above me, and coming this direction. So it will burn off, and it will be a nice sunny day. So usually what I would do is when my kids were younger, I would pack them all up and just head on down to the beach. We would be dressed like it's cold, because it's cold when you arrive, and then gradually the beach fills up, because that way you get a prime parking spot. But yeah, it will definitely burn off. And I have my little chili pepper goal up there, because yesterday I was frying like a chili pepper in East County of San Diego. It was 90 degrees, and like a fool, I went to an outside event that was a total bust. And so today I said, you know what, let me just chill to the core and go out to the beach. So yeah, let me just go to the beach, check out the waves, because the beach is always the best. And then I got some content before I went live, so even if I download the live for editing, the quality is compromised, and that's unfortunate. But in case you haven't noticed, this platform isn't exactly creator friendly. They're not wanting people to really like be successful. It's more about them getting what they want from the creators. Yay, chili pepper! Thank you guys. Oh, I'm 30 minutes east from the beach, usually. Well, 30 minutes by actual speed limit. So the distance, yeah, 30 minutes east. Excuse me. When I was growing up though, and then when I was a young adult, I was like 20 minutes. But it's cheaper to live more inland, so that's where we bought our house. Yeah, so, but a lot of people, even from Arizona, will drive over here and hang out at the beach, because it's so ungodly hot in Arizona. People basically have to stay inside the entire summer. Thank you for the chili peppers, you guys. Awesome. Thank you. Make sure to share out the live. Subscribe to my YT, that's free. Lots of cool content over there. And then you also have opportunity there to make comments and suggestions on what you would like to see. If it's within my power, then I would do that for you. So I do work a regular job, but I'm trying to pivot in a realistic manner to monetize on one or all of the platforms. You never know. If you never start and you never try, then it's never going to happen. So, you know. Oh my gosh, this is a gorgeous dog right here. And it's obviously intact. Man, that is a pretty dog. I don't even know what kind of dog that is. So dogs are allowed on the beach. They have to be on leashes, but you know, just like anywhere else, people choose to abide by that or not. My dogs are not well behaved. It is my fault. They are friendly. I always keep them on a leash unless we're at the dog park, but even then I watch them carefully for other dogs, because sometimes dogs just try to say hello for too long and it's like, get away. But anyways, over here on the beach, the dogs are allowed on the beach on a leash. I believe it's until 9 o'clock, so they have about 30 minutes. Right now it is 8:35 Pacific time. Welcome, welcome. Thanks you guys for hanging out with me. I've been working to support other creators and take in their content and view. And for anybody that is not aware, that is a way for you to support the creators free. You can send gifts. Some of the gifts are as low as a penny, equivalent of a penny, which, you know, I'm on a tight budget, so sometimes when people gift me, then I can gift to other people. But watching the content, giving them the views, and pace yourself. Don't go spamming them all day long. Do a few here and there, liking and engaging. Look at these birds. Let me see if I can get these focused for you. I have a Samsung, so it does take pretty good pictures and video, but sometimes if there's other things that it's wanting to focus on. Yeah, so pace yourself when you're watching other people's content. Watch the video all the way through. Some people get very creative. Dara has a little storyline going on her content. She was cruising in Norway and apparently had some issues with her towel animals in her room. I think we're lucky to have her here with us still. I mean, towel animals who don't get cookies can be brutal. Oh my gosh, these little birds are so cute. Excuse me. Now we're supposed to be in low tide, so I hope this water doesn't come up. Oh, look at, they're so cute. I don't know what kind of birds these are. I can Google search that later, but they are picking at little crabs. So if you're here at the beach, you can see air bubbles coming up from the sand. And then there are little crabs, like not like you would recognize. Oh, thank you, Sin. Yeah, that towel is so mean. When he did not get his cookie, it was like game on. I mean, she's over there brushing her teeth, and this towel animal. So when I was a kid, I remember I would come down here and there would be the little sandpipers. And I don't know if you've seen sandpipers, but they are like the gifted athlete of birds. They would run right along the edge of the water, picking the things out of the water as the water was coming in and out. They're so cute, running really quickly. So you can see these birds, they're picking something in the sand. And over here, we don't really have any great shells. They're mostly going to be all smashed up and just like little bits. Oh my gosh, everybody's walking by with coffee. Well, not everybody, but it seems like every coffee cup I see gets my attention because I want my coffee. So if we pan a little bit north, that's going to be Scripps Pier. And that is with Scripps Institute of Oceanography. And they do a lot of studies with ocean life. And it also is a connection to the university, UCSD, University of California at San Diego. Welcome, welcome everybody. Thanks for coming in. Try to get this focused on the water for you. I think my lens is clean. Sometimes the camera will focus on something that's closer, like maybe the sand. So if I pan south, then that is going to be La Jolla Cove. And then where you see that building, right here, where's my finger? That building right there, that is the cove. We were there last week, and I still have some more snips to post for you on that. That's where the seals and sea lions are. And there is an area called Sunny Jim's Cave. Sunny Jim's Cave Shop, Cave and Curio Shop. I don't know the exact name. But you can pay a small admission fee and climb down under the shop. There's a stairway that leads to the cave, and then the cave takes you out to the ocean. So there's a safety rail and everything, but you can view the ocean from under the shop and be in a cave that's under the shop and under the cliffs there at the cove. Oh yeah, the seals and sea lions are so loud. So one of the things that I learned, because even when I was over there, I was like, okay, I know there's differences that are easy to spot, but what are they? The main thing that I learned was that the seals are actually quiet and the sea lions are the loud ones. So in all my years, I never had that memory that was the main differentiating factor. The other ones are, now they're both what is called pinnipeds, but one has to wiggle along on its belly, and I believe that's the seal, and one can kind of not stand up, but prop itself on its front fins and move forward using its front flippers. And then there's ear flaps. So one does not have ear flaps and one does, but I don't know which is which. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. Ooh, thanks for the peppers. Welcome, welcome. We are in San Diego at La Jolla Shores. And I can feel the sun coming. So the sun is here, but this is typical for June. This is what we call June gloom. Try to focus on these waves for you. Yeah, different varieties of seals can be smaller, but if you see them next to each other, the sea lion compared to the seal, you can see the difference, especially if it's a bull sea lion. And last week when I was there, oh my goodness, there was a very loud bull sea lion. He was not having it. Good morning, Spokane, Washington. Welcome, welcome. Trying to get this focused on the waves for you. If I zoom in, then... Oh, cool. Okay, awesome, G Crow. Yeah, and I have some posts on my YT channel, so if you guys are interested, that would be great. It's free to subscribe over there. The link is in the bio, but it's the same name, so if you go there and just put the @ and then my name, then it's gonna show up. Yeah, just Mom's Travel Team, all together, one word. But there's a link too, so... But I like to try to be on all the platforms, so that way if anything happens here and you guys are looking for content about San Diego, then you can definitely check that out. I have Reddit, X, Instagram, YT. So here we have some families walking on the beach. We got the surfers in the waves. We've got the cute little seabirds there. It might be some sort of variety of sandpiper or crane. I honestly don't know. They do have very long neck and little skinny legs. The dogs are allowed to be on the beach until 9 o'clock. Oop, they almost got wet. But they do need to be on a leash law. The lifeguard was out here earlier asking surfers to move north or south because there was a rip current and they were like right out in the rip current. Thanks for sharing the live. Thanks for sending all the likes. I appreciate it. I'll be home this afternoon editing. I have a few other places on my list to visit, but I'm not sure that I'm going to be doing that today. I do like to collect the content and then post it up throughout the week. San Diego literally has thousands of things that I could tell you about. Many are low cost. Hey, Big Bird Turd, welcome, welcome. Coming to you from San Diego, La Jolla Shores. This is a pretty good surf spot. So I'm just chilling out, enjoying the nice cool weather. I see all these dogs with their cute haircuts. Mine need a haircut. Maybe that's going to be on my agenda this afternoon. I have 2 dogs that are non-shedding dogs. So that means their hair grows and needs to be cut. And I don't know if you take your non-shedding dog to the groomer, but it can get pricey. So I do try to groom them at home. But I do also take them to the groomer now and then. I'm trying to save expenses right now, so I'll go ahead and groom them myself. So any breed that is like a poodle mix, all the doodles, they usually need to be groomed, get a haircut. So here we are in San Diego at La Jolla Shores. Make sure you guys follow if you're liking the content, like and share. And I do try to follow back after the live. But again, this platform is a little bit finicky, so I'll need to do it, pace myself, you know, not just liking everybody, or not following everybody all at once, because then it looks like it's a bot. I think I am going to get myself a coffee on the way home. So one thing, living in California, I wasn't born here, but I grew up here since I was 6 months old. So technically not a native. 3 of my siblings are natives, but you learn. Just because it's cloudy doesn't mean skip the beach. If it's the summer, pack your stuff and get to the beach. The marine layer will burn off and you can definitely get plenty of sun. Also, don't be fooled by the marine layer. Wear your sunscreen or wear a cover-up, because you can get sunburned during the marine layer as well. You want to check the UV factor or something, UVA, UVB, whatever they are. There's plenty of resources online for that. You can check the surf report to see what is the high and low tide. So that way when you set up your stuff, you're not thinking, cool, we're right by the water. And then within 30 minutes, you didn't realize the tide is rising. And then you need to move all your stuff back. So you kind of don't have your prime spot. And then if you're meeting friends at the beach, for me, I would always tell a lifeguard tower number. Over here, I only see 2. So 33 and 32 maybe. So you could tell your friends, okay, I have a purple umbrella and I'm between these 2 lifeguard towers, or I'm between them, but I'm closer to the northern one or closer to the southern one. Now this beach actually offers kayak tours. So more to the southern end is the La Jolla Shores Hotel and restaurant, and you could go towards that area down there and rent a kayak and take a tour along the shore. The water is more calm as you go towards the shore. Let me show you. You can see all the waves breaking here. Let me see if I can point. Where's my finger? All the waves breaking here, but then out towards this way, you can see it's more smooth over by that building. So you're gonna enter the ocean down there at the southern edge of the shore, and then the kayak tours will go out towards the cove. It's also a popular area for scuba diving. I don't know about snorkeling because of the waves, but there is an underwater park at the southern area of La Jolla Shores. And the underwater park is for scuba divers to go and check out sea life and such that lives there in the underwater park. I should do a little more content on that actually, because it hasn't been an interest of mine, but just talking about it, it's like, yeah, what exactly is that? What is that underwater park? So I should add a little story about that and add some photos. I'm using the community option too in YT, and notice that you can kind of write like a mini article. So I put one up yesterday with Carlsbad flower fields, and added a write-up about the flower fields. So here you even see there's people that come with metal detectors. I mean, people lose stuff at the beach. Money, jewelry. It might look like people have a tent on the beach, which you could sleep at the beach in a tent during the day, but there's no overnight. The parking lot is closed from 10 p.m. to 4 a.m. The parking is free, and there is not an hour limit. You can stay in the parking lot all day if you wanted to. So on the beach there's seagrass, kelp, all different things that are washing up from the ocean. But the little tent I was talking about, that is just a sunshade protector thing, which is great. If you have kids, you definitely want to have something like that. Even adults. I have one at home, but I didn't want to go in the garage and dig it out because I wasn't doing like a full day trip here to the beach. Oh, she must be doing her graduation photos. She's got her sash. Very cool. So here we've got just the surfers, and we are at La Jolla Shores. Thanks for joining me, guys. Good morning, good morning. Oh, here goes the lifeguard. Traveling up the beach, making sure everyone is safe. So if you do not live by the beach and you are not familiar, if you vacation at a place where there is a beach, you definitely want to familiarize yourself with safety at the beach. Rip currents, which area is for surfing, which area is for swimming, all that kind of stuff. And then pay attention to the markers. The lifeguards will have cones set up, and so the areas where the cones are set up, you'll see it usually makes like a driveway down towards the compacted sand. So then the lifeguards can access the beach and the swimmers and the surfers, and you're not setting your stuff up in between the cones because then you could potentially get run over. Oh, we have a little shack not a shack, a vendor is setting up with board rentals. So you could come down and rent a board, and they probably offer lessons as well. So if you're interested in that, it's at La Jolla Shores, and you can check that out. When I post another video, I will include some content about that as well. I'll see if I can grab a name on the way out. So welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you guys for hanging out with me. Good morning, Dinah. How are you doing today? Oh, thank you for sharing the live. Appreciate it. Just hanging out here, trying to stay cool. The sun is coming up. It's getting more bright here, less overcast. Lots of people exercising at the beach, staying fit. Surfing, swimming, walking their dogs, walking, running, all the things. Yeah, me too, G-Crow. It's like so peaceful. And yesterday the heat just took it out of me. So I am also crocheting gifts. My niece is having a baby in October, her and her husband, so I'm making some gifts for her that I need to finish up. So yesterday was, after that activity, we went out to the Ren Fair in the heat. I was like, no way. I got myself a nice cold beverage, sat on the couch and crocheted and watched TV because I was zapped. I usually don't like to do that because I like to enjoy my weekend. Oh, doing good, Brannigan. Welcome, welcome. We're at La Jolla Shores Beach and just escaping the heat of East County, San Diego. Yesterday it was 90 degrees. So I try to maximize my weekends because I do have a 9 to 5. Even though I work from home for my 9 to 5, I work from home 4 days a week. It's still work, you know. You're stuck at that workstation. Usually my hours, I'm flexible. I just put my 8 hours in, but I'm an early bird, so I'll be clocking in at 6 a.m., 6:30. I'm already awake anyway. Yeah, so I just thought, you know what? I'm just gonna come over here, chill. Free activity at the beach, hanging out. I just brought my bag of gear. I didn't bring, you know, snacks and stuff for the whole day. I didn't even put sunscreen on, which is bad. I have my hat on, but usually I'll opt to cover up from the sun rather than putting the sunscreen on. So we got this kid, he's about to go out. He just hooked on his leash to his board. So when you're surfing, you got to have a leash, because if you fall off, when you fall off your board, then you don't lose your board. So he's scoping out the waves as he walks north to go into the ocean. The water is cold, so these surfers are wearing full body wetsuit. If I had to guess, I would say the water is probably 60. Oh, there's a bunch of surfers out there too, just waiting. Let me pan north a bit. I don't know if it's too small, if you could see them or not. Oh yeah. Well, being on the beach has its price. So I'm in Southern California, so if you look up homes here, even in inland communities such as El Cajon, Lakeside, La Mesa, you're gonna see you do not get much for your money. So these houses that are behind me, I'm gonna pan more north, you'll see the houses. So if you look on Zillow and you look up La Jolla and the beach area of La Jolla, these are definitely way more than $1 million homes. And I mean, from the outside, it's not that much. You know what I mean? Like, they're kind of plain. But if you check out Zillow, I don't know, 4 or 5 million, probably more, 8, 10 million, I don't know. And then they have, you know, the little private walkway to the beach, so they can. Welcome Main Street, welcome Day by Day. Yeah, so they have their little walkway down to the beach, little steps. And then even then, that's a lot of maintenance. The salt water, air, and mist can be very corrosive. I'm gonna be here maybe like 5-10 more minutes, and then I'm gonna be heading out to go get my coffee, do some editing this afternoon, doing some more crafting. So I would love if you guys go over to my YT and subscribe. That is free. You'll see my content here and there. Now you also want to participate, support other creators, but pace yourself, because if you're looking at a bunch of videos real quick and liking a bunch real quick, then that can have a negative effect on the creator's algorithm, and TikTok doesn't like that. So pace yourself. Definitely check out their content, but pace yourself. But over on YT, you could sit there all day and watch somebody's videos. I like to do that. I mean, some people, they share amazing things about their amazing trips. So you can take a virtual vacation, even if it's someplace you'll never get to, and you'll have like a you know, regular person's viewpoint on what was their experience at that location. I follow a few people here on TikTok that go live, and I have seen locations that I might not ever get to, but I've also seen locations that I add to my list. Say, hey, that looks like a place I need to get to. I want to check that place out. I never thought about taking a cruise there. Let me take a cruise there. That's an affordable way to travel. When you consider the different price points, you can have a super luxury vacation or a more budget vacation. But on a cruise, you have your transportation, entertainment, lodging, food, well, the drink package, alcoholic or soda. I think a lot of the cruise lines you have to buy that, which I think is kind of weird. They should include the water and the soda. But when you consider all that goes into one fee, and then you can manage your budget on your own and not even buy another thing after you pay for the cruise. Just show up. It's pretty budget minded, Awesome, awesome. Thank you guys for the follows, the likes, the shares. Appreciate it. And I'm trying to really grow my subscribers on my other channel, the YT. So if you go to the link and check that out, it is free to do the subscription over there. What that does is it will, if you want to have notifications on, it'll send you a notification when there is a new video, or you can just go to that platform and look for, I think it will show like a blue ball, and then that tells you there's a new video. That's what I do. The puzzle piece just came on, so it's trying to verify that I'm still here. I just did the puzzle piece, so hopefully it still works, because it said verify to continue, but now it's just a ball. Okay, cool. I think we're good to go. Oh yeah, if you're not logged into YT, yeah, you have to log into YT. Probably just have to reset your password. I mean, I love YT because I learned so much on there from other people's trips, from fixing things in my house or on my car. I use it instead of a TV most times. Oh my gosh, you guys, these waves are insane. And the sun is coming out. I can feel it, but I'm wearing a cover up. I'm wearing a flannel shirt, so no sun on me. Maybe on my legs, but that's fine. Yeah, the sun is coming out. So if that puzzle piece is coming up, then I think that means I've been live for at least an hour. So I wonder, G Crow, if you have the app open for the YT, and then you go there and then you search in the search bar with my name, if you could find it that way. Usually when I follow people's links, I mean, I have all my platforms open already, so that could be the difference. But thank you for trying. I appreciate that. Hey, Cruising with Mo. Welcome, welcome. Thanks for hanging out with me. Probably going to be on another 2-3 minutes, and then I'll do a countdown and head out of here. Gonna go get my coffee. Oh my gosh, I literally could sit here all day. You know when you're following somebody and they're like, oh, my phone's gonna die. Well, I have my battery all set up, and I have, let me show you. So I have this is my typical beach setup. I put a sheet out, but today I just have I call it my go bag. And that has my extra batteries, my cords, my wallet, my everything in it. But it's all in this travel backpack from eBags. I'll do a video on this bag too, because I love this bag. And the only drawback is it doesn't have like a loop here, so when you go in the restroom, if you want to take your backpack off and hang it up, that's why I put this giant carabiner, because then I can hang the bag on the thing in the bathroom stall. But anyways, I have my cord, I have my battery pack, and this battery pack my husband gave me. It's awesome because, you know, I'm always the one doing our videos. I don't even know what brand it is. But anyway, so apparently you can't show anything for too long either, because then TikTok gets crazy about that. Anyways, so I have the battery. I'm just feeling lazy to connect it, so we'll do a few more minutes. Welcome. Oh, okay, G Crow. Well, thank you for trying. You can just make note, and then whenever you reset your password, there's some apps I go onto. There's one with my doctor's office where whenever you set an appointment or something like that, you can go in there and check when is your appointment, or make a new appointment, check lab work, whatever. Every single time I use that app, I have to reset the password because I can never remember. So one time I was cracking up because when I was looking at the parameters it gives you for resetting the password, it said your password needs to be between 8 and 239 characters. What in the world? I was laughing. But then I thought, I think people do use password generators, so that makes sense. If they use a password generator, then it might be generating a password with 238 characters or 240, and then that's going to be too many. I mean, that's like super encryption. Definitely. Oh yeah, I get tired of people selling stuff. I mean, I get it. And my son is always buying off TikTok shop, which is fine, but I don't need more ways to separate me from my money. I can do it on my own with other shopping platforms and the direct website of the vendor. And honestly, I think a lot of the stuff in TikTok shop is not quality stuff, right? So if somebody is selling it and then they want to do like a review and say, hey, so I was selling this thing and it's actually not great, but I think that is kind of what TikTok is wanting. They're wanting people to do that more because they get a cut from that. They get a cut from the gifts, they get a cut from the sales, they get a cut from practically everything people are doing here. So they don't want you to hover on like a coffee cup or something, because their bots are thinking that you're trying to sell that outside of the TikTok shop. Yeah, so that's another reason why I'm using the other platforms. I want people to get in the habit of looking at my profile and saying, oh, well, if something happens with her account, then I know I can go to these other platforms and support her, see her content, learn about San Diego, see where she's traveling. Right now I'm doing a few flashbacks because we have taken amazing trips in the past, and I take pictures of everything. And so compiling some content from that. I was kind of bummed out though, because I had a hard drive that was giving me an error and I had to format it. Well, when you format a hard drive, it wipes all the data. I don't even know what I had on that hard drive. I had gotten it free, and I know I had loaded a bunch of stuff on it. So I think I did not delete anything that I had moved over there, meaning I have it still on my laptop. I might even boot up my old laptop and see if there's anything on there, because I do have 2 other external hard drives that I can move it to that are working just fine. So we'll see. I've got projects for days. Oh yeah, that one that rhymes with flapper. No, I tried it once and I thought, what is this? Like, trash pile. And I think it was trying to gain traction with the first fears of TikTok wanting to be banned, but I think the other tried and true ones are going to be a better bet. So I'm on X, Reddit, YT, Instagram, even LinkedIn is my professional, for my 9-to-5 job, but I'm even putting content on there to try to get more traffic over to the other platforms. Pinterest, I have Pinterest, I have them all. So I'm trying to do a little bit on each one just to, you know, spread the word and reach all the audiences, because some people don't use YT, some people don't use Pinterest, some people don't use X. So I'm just trying to, yeah, exactly, G Crow. And I'm not trying to have shock video. I'm just trying to present information, travel content, travel tips and tricks that I know that to me seem just like run-of-the-mill, but there's things that people don't know. I had posted something about a place in San Diego, and somebody that was born and raised here and is at least 50 years old even said, wow, I never even knew that place existed. And it's like definitely a little hidden treasure. So that's what I want. And then just letting people know, like, you know, this beach is amazing. This is a free activity. You just fill your car with gas. Even if it's overcast, come down here early so you can enjoy the entire day. Get a good parking spot. Bring your food, even if it's non-perishable, and you just have it in a backpack. And exercise, walking up and down the beach, swimming, surfing, boogie board. The kids building sandcastles. And my kids could spend the entire day at the beach when they were little. Yeah, G Crow. And that's the thing, like here on TikTok, even people that I don't even follow that show up on my FYP, I try to send all the likes, I try to share it out, I support them, even if it's something that isn't excuse me, my cup of tea. It's less of the shock value type of content. So I do sometimes find stuff that is interesting that I didn't know that I would find interesting. So when it pops up on the FYP, then I'm like, oh, let me check this out. And rarely do I only watch for 1 or 2 seconds. If it's the canned ads that usually come up right when you open the app, I swipe out of those. But other people's content, I think it's interesting. I figure they take the time to create it. They thought that it had value, so I at least try to watch 20 or 30 seconds, you know. Hey, Craigle Creations, welcome, welcome. Yes, exactly. Chasing the ocean back and forth, for sure. And honestly, my kids are good swimmers, so they would want to go like way in the ocean. And I'm over here not knowing how to swim strongly. I do not go deep into the ocean. I'm like maybe up to my chest, because the water, like, you know, it lifts you up and down. It's really cool. But I would be up here paranoid, like, where are you going? Why are you going out so far? And reminding them, only go to your chest. And then I'm checking, like, okay, where's the lifeguard? What, you know, just making sure. Trying to let them explore their adventurous side and keep my paranoia to a minimum, so that I'm not like projecting onto them my fear of this massive body of water. Of course, in my mind, I'm convinced every rip current is coming right at me, but that's not the case, you know. All right, friends, I am gonna probably go ahead and end the live. So get your last few looks of this gorgeous coastline. Going to be going and doing some editing this afternoon. I have another external hard drive to go through. So I'll be probably putting some flashback content up, excuse me, with trips to Walt Disney World and such. We went there once in 2011. And then we went to Aulani in 2017. So those have been our two big trips. We'll be going to Alaska in September, so that's another big trip. Hopefully next year we're going to Japan. But I like to bring the flashback trips too, because people who have been to different locations a lot, then, you know, I like to look and see like, oh my gosh, look at, I remember when it used to be that way, or I remember when, you know, that attraction was there and now they changed it. One of the things that I'm looking at is old trips to Disneyland and California Adventure and some of our favorite spots in Bugs Land. And of course, Bugs Land is gone, so none of those attractions are there anymore. So yeah, flashback. Have a great day. Thanks so much. Thank you. I'm assuming your name is Gilda G. Crow. All right. Thank you so much for your input, keeping the conversation going. And you guys all have a great day. Appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you. And I will see you guys later. We're going to head home and do some editing and some more posting. Bye-bye, Dinah. Thanks so much. And we're going to do the countdown, because as soon as I hit that end button, it cuts off.